Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. What the fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil.
And I'm Leroy. So we going to Melbourne, Florida, not Melbourne, Australia. We haven't even been. The Judgmental's never been overseas yet. So we only been keeping it in the U.S.
So you've never been overseas.
So we go to Melbourne, Florida, where Stephan Dieujuste, and I know I pronounced his name wrong, is charged with second-degree murder and the shooting death of a 19-year-old Nathaniel Jennings. The Dieujuste defense team claimed additional evidence proved he acted in self-defense. Here's the report.
A man accused of murdering a teenager in downtown Melbourne claims additional evidence proves he only opened fire in self-defense.
And this reporter here, she does not look like no damn reporter. She looked just like one of them old models or something.
Price is Right chick.
Right.
Stephan Dieujuste was back in court today at the Brevard Justice Center in Vieira, and Channel 9's Sabrina Maggiore was also there, and she reports he even claimed he was the victim of a murder plot.
Dieujuste's attorneys argued he was threatened multiple times while in jail and was threatened on the day of the shooting, too. The judge didn't rule on the merits of that argument, but did say any evidence of that and additional surveillance video needed to be preserved. Prosecutors point to this surveillance video as a key piece of evidence in the case against Stephan Dieujuste. He's charged with second-degree murder for shooting 19-year-old Nathaniel Jennings in downtown Melbourne back in May. Investigators say Dieujuste pulled out his handgun and fired 8 times after an altercation outside of downtown bars. We stopped the video before the first shots were fired, but prosecutors say the fight beforehand never got physical and say Dieujuste continued shooting even as Jennings ran away.
Does the victim ever make physical contact with the defendant, Mr. Dieujuste? Does he ever hit him?
He does not.
But the defense argues video from other downtown Melbourne surveillance cameras will help prove Dieujuste shot in self-defense. He told police back in May the victim threatened him and put him in a bear hug.
I'm also going to order that...
Okay, but they're not saying, did they know each other? This is their first time meeting each other and he put him in a bear hug?
They're real vague about that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's definitely something else going on that they don't know about.
Right. So he just walked up and just started putting him in a bear hug and wanted to fight him?
Melbourne PD preserve any video evidence that they may have the date of the incident.
The defense also claiming friends of the victim were actively plotting to hurt or kill Dieujuste while in jail as an act of retaliation for the shooting. The state attorney's office did tell us Dieujuste was being held in the Volusia County Jail, not the Brevard County Jail, for his own safety. In the meantime, it's now on the defense to go ahead and sort through whatever video might be useful in their self-defense case that's now been preserved. At a later date, the judge would then go ahead and rule whether or not that could be acceptable in a trial. Reporting in Brevard County, I'm Sabrina Maggiore.
Yeah, great news reporting because you really didn't even say anything.
They didn't say shit.
Yeah, it's more to the story. Somebody had messed up some money or something, or some drugs or some shit, or over a girl, one or the other.
Mm-hmm. But you can't shoot a guy in the back as he's running away. You just unload the damn clip on him.
Right. So we going to our favorite, Atlanta, Georgia. Fulton County Deputy Keno Mike has been arrested for allegedly burglarizing his ex-girlfriend's apartment in his marked patrol car. Here's the report.
Also in the news here at 3 o'clock, a Fulton County deputy off the job and facing burglary charges. Investigators say that he used his own sheriff's vehicle to break into his ex-girlfriend's home and steal several items. Let's get out to Angelique Proctor standing by live.
He wouldn't go take his stuff back. That's what that was all about.
In Atlanta with the day's new details. Angelique, what more do we know?
Afternoon to you, Tom. We are at the Fulton County Jail because this is where this deputy works. He finds himself on the wrong side of the law tonight. accused by Atlanta police of burglary, allegedly burglarizing a Buckhead apartment. Now, according to the arrest warrant, Deputy Keno Mike broke into the apartment of his former girlfriend, damaging the door at her MAA apartment on Alexander Road in Northeast Atlanta. Now, according to the warrant, Deputy Mike stole bottles of perfume, several tracksuits, and
something he paid for. He took the perfume.
She should have gave that shit back to him.
a Glock handgun with a magazine. Now, a
and he took the gun that he bought her.
local attorney,
Hey, if it's in his name,
That's probably what it was.
was once an Atlanta police officer and is not tied to the case, says post-certified officers are always held to a higher.
Okay, this is a nice place. Where's the cameras? Where do we see this him coming up there in the unmarked vehicle?
they don't want to
breaking into
show
her
it.
house?
It's a nice little gated area.
Is it because of the case upcoming, or they just don't want to show
Because
it?
he's a cop.
No, okay.
Standard.
The allegations is that he actually broke.
Look at the player right here. Go ahead. And he got to go. And you see his chain?
I see it.
No way, no hell. He'll be my damn lawyer. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh no, I'll be like next.
Old school can't have style.
No, he got the chain says the lawyer on it. I can't see because his jacket is like covering, some of the wording on it. But no, I don't want my lawyer to look like this. I'm sorry.
A female's apartment and then stole perfume and then put that perfume on social media in an attempt to sell it. If those allegations are true, that would definitely be burglary in the first degree. But when you carry a badge and a gun, that puts your position, it's in a position of trust. And so when you betray that trust, then clearly not only is it a crime, but it also could be a violation of his oath of office. So if he gets indicted, I'm confident they're probably going to add a violation of oath of office as well.
Now, the warrant goes on to say that Deputy Mike's marked patrol car, was in the area and picked up by flock cameras during the time of the burglary. The warrant also says that Deputy...
Now, how did he get in the house? Now, did he go through the window? Because that's burglary. Or did he just have a key and open the door?
He got a key.
Mike placed the stolen perfume on his Facebook page for sale. The Fly lawyer believes this case...
The Fly lawyer?
There you go.
You got to be kidding me. you got to be kidding me. I'd be like, nope, that's all right. I'm sorry.
That's what his chain say.
You probably one of the best lawyers around, but nope.
might end up with an additional charge.
This is clearly going to be reported to
black people, boy. We always fucking around, man.
the peace officer.
Fly lawyer. You too old for that shit.
Oh, and you see on his coat, it got TFL.
I did see that.
Oh shit.
And training council that regulate police officers. So his certification could be completely revoked. He could be suspended. It's a number of things. And clearly
I bet they going in on the comments on this guy.
Sheriff Pat Labatt is probably going to terminate him because Sheriff Labatt doesn't accept this type of conduct.
Now, speaking of the sheriff, we reached out to his office to get a comment on all of this. His office tells us the deputy has been placed on administrative duties pending the outcome of this court case and an investigation.
He getting fired.
We hold our team.
And I don't think he, quote unquote, broke in or burglarized. I think he had a key and got in there. Where's this? Like I say, that's a nice place. There's cameras all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
On the street, she probably got cameras, and in her apartment, she definitely got a doorbell camera.
To the highest standards of professionalism and accountability. We take any...
And Buckhead is one of the nice areas, so they would have him on the street driving around with the cop car.
Allegations of criminal conduct seriously. So we want to point out that he is on administrative duties, so he is actually bonded out of the jail and back to work tonight, Tom.
It's incredible, the sequence of events that led to this arrest. You know, one really can't
Because it's a he said, she said. That's why he at work.
wrap their mind around, although it happens so infrequently, of a law enforcement officer facing allegations of burglary like this. But apparently it's happened, and nothing on this guy's record to indicate that he would participate in this alleged type of behavior, Angelique.
Well, Tom, we don't have a lot of information on his record. We are still trying to dig into that part of the case, but we do know that he has been with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office since 2021. So a veteran lawman, definitely tonight, accused of a very serious crime. This is first-degree burglary, and he could face up to 1 year to 20 years in prison if found guilty of this offense.
All right. The process has to kind of proceed and take its course, and that's exactly what's happening right now. As you say, he's coming off that administrative leave, back on the force as of tonight, while all of this plays out. Angelique, thanks.
I would have asked her, how did he break in? How did he break in there? Did he climb through the window?
It'll all come out in court. He ain't breaking. He's a fucking idiot, though. Why you leave all that shit over her house?
Yep. They broke up, and he wanted.
And I would never buy nobody a gun. You better be my wife living in the same house with me if I'm gonna buy you a gun.
Right. So we going to Park Slope, Brooklyn, New York, where Morel Mosaic, a former Brooklyn daycare director, is accused of stealing more than $2 million in tuition payments. Here's the report. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this must be a ritzy daycare center if she stole $2 million.
Yeah, it's definitely
Former Brooklyn daycare director now accused of stealing more than $2 million in tuition payments.
Prosecutors say she used the money to fund a lavish lifestyle, including extravagant travel, shopping, and even professional wrestling tickets.
Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lands with the story.
It's the woman, 43-year-old Muriel Mijak of Brooklyn.
And I thought this was going to be an old woman.
Trying to hide her face while leaving
Brooklyn. Ain't the one that go to wrestling?
Yes, it is.
They're your girls that go to wrestling just like that.
Court after she was arrested and indicted on money laundering and wire fraud charges for allegedly stealing nearly $3 million in children's tuition payments from this private daycare and preschool she worked at as the director. Muriel? Hi, Shantae from Channel 7. I caught up with Muriel Mijak leaving her Park Slope home, which is in the same building as Kinderhaus Brooklyn, which is the name of the daycare. Is there anything that you want to say about those allegations? Nothing to say, like at court covering her face as she walks away, crossing the street. The single mom, who is a Swiss citizen, pleaded not guilty after federal prosecutors say she stole nearly $2.75 million.
I bet that bag and them glasses cost a whole bunch of money.
Brooklyn, a German-language immersion daycare, which serves around 100 children, most with ties to Switzerland and Germany. Prosecutors say she spent millions on VIP wrestling tickets.
God damn.
And food deliveries.
She said, hey, let's go to WrestleMania this year and use the daycare center money.
Nearly $3 million. Is there any comment that you have to that? According to the federal indictment, over the course of 3 years, Mijak made more than 450 fraudulent payments, spending more than $350,000 alone on professional wrestling tickets and more than $150,000 on ride.
That's a lot of goddamn money.
Yep.
Sharing. Another.
So, okay, let's just say when it was like, let's make it 10,000 missing. So that didn't pick anyone's interest. That damn, it's like $10,000 gone.
$150,000 from food delivery services.
Boy, she never cooked. She don't have a car, so she just used all ride sharing, and she just used DoorDash all day long.
Prosecutors outlined her wire transactions in court. Parents picking up their kids chose not to speak. Tuition can cost up to $48,000 per year. Mijak, who is here on a work visa, was hired by the daycare in 2013. She became the director, overseeing the school's finances in 2020, earning $40,000 a year. She was fired by the school in December and then sued. The judge ordered Muriel Mijak to wear a GPS monitoring device and to stay home on curfew. If convicted on the charges, she could face up to 20 years in federal prison.
She ain't going to
Park
jail.
Slope, Brooklyn, Shantae Lands, Channel 7.
Here, she's not even.
I was about to say the exact same thing you was about to say.
What?
She stole all these goddamn money and she ain't in jail now.
Yep. And then she got a job and she not even a U.S. citizen. She on a damn work visa. She was working all right. All right, we going to DeKalb County, Georgia, with 73-year-old great-grandmother May St. Julian says she was traumatized after a man slapped her violently on her backside while she was grocery shopping. I want to make a joke, but I don't think I should be joking here, so here's the report.
Story, a great-grandmother says she was traumatized after a man slapped her hard on her backside while she was grocery shopping. And she says 2 other women may have also been attacked while shopping.
Man, just grab assing in the market, huh?
At that Kroger store on Flat Shoals Parkway in Ellenwood. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live there now. Tom, the great-grandmother says she thought...
Look at this. I'm laughing at this reporter. Look at him. He don't even look like that. He don't even look like no damn reporter.
And Karen May
he looked like the type that'll be smacking women on the asses.
Julian now knows that virtually nowhere is safe for women. She says she was pushing her cart like this inside this Kroger when the unthinkable happened.
It made a loud noise, like a gunshot almost.
May St. Julian thought she was in a safe space when it happened.
To me, it was a form of sexual assault, you know, to be hit in that spot.
The 73-year-old great-grandmother says she was pushing her basket on aisle 3 in this Kroger on Flat Shoals Parkway, February 26th, around 4:30 that afternoon.
I'm just minding my business, shopping for a recipe I found on TikTok.
That's when a young man came up behind her and smacked her hard on her backside.
And all of a sudden, I heard this pop and this sting on my behind.
She says her attacker then seemed proud of what he had just done.
He turned around and kind of smirked and just ran off.
St. Julian says she was stunned, hurt, traumatized, and angry. Then, when police arrived, she says an officer told her she had just finished investigating a similar incident where a man attacked 2 women at the grocery store across the street.
so he go to each grocery store.
This has left St.
Fucking ass smacking expedition and shit.
I may even need to talk to a counselor about it.
Oh, she trying to get some money. She trying to get some money.
What, you gonna sue the market?
Yep. Because they know all this stuff was going on and they ain't do anything about it.
Yep. They didn't know.
Julian wants to raise awareness about the incident, and she wants her attacker off the streets.
I want him to be caught, to be stopped.
And police told me they are investigating this incident, but they say they weren't aware of the 2 incidents across the street. That may be because those women didn't choose to pursue charges. Now, St. Julian says she is shocked.
Because it ain't that serious, I don't think.
Yeah.
For more than 20 years, says she'll find somewhere else to shop now. We're live in DeKalb County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
Ma'am, I don't think you're going to get your ass smacked again at that place, so I think you can go back shopping there.
I don't like I said, I don't think it's right that people touching on other people like that. But this whole I'm traumatized and all this. Okay, let's say they catch the guy. He goes to jail or get locked up or whatever. He ain't doing no serious time. Because you know what I mean? It's assault, but not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More like prohibited touching or whatever you want to, you know what I mean? It's not a serious offense like that. You know what I mean? So while he's locked up or whatever, do you still continue your life, or do you now you need therapy and you're scared to come to the market and all this shit? I just think sometimes these females, they blow up the situation to make it worse than what it is. Somebody smack you on the ass, you really want to punch him back, and then you go about your life. You know what I mean? But it ain't something that's going to ruin your life. Now you scared to leave the house and look over your shoulders and all that type of shit.
And
that's why the other girls stayed anonymous and said they don't want to press charges or pursue anything. Okay, they smacked me on my ass, that fucking pervert, and then they kept it pushing.
Right.
Ain't like he pulled his pants down and touched it like that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's just different degrees of, you know what I mean, what should traumatize you.
All right, then you can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube at pnljudgementals. Instagram is the _Judgmentals. or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. So, all right, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Facebook comments on my photos. That's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I